Kit Kats can read.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. I have been to the arcade up in a town that's local to me. It's about a 20-minute drive away, 20-25 minute drive, and as they will be closing for the lockdown, I thought it would be a perfect opportunity whilst I'm there to get some more golden eggs for my golden bowl because there's still room for them to go. So with that being said, this is going to be a video where I'm going to be adding golden eggs to the bowl for the month of November. So this will contain, again, another mixture of books, and these are just going to contain some books that I've just randomly chosen to go into these golden eggs so that the bowl is filled up and therefore it can be used and it'll be more interesting of what will come out. So these are going to be in no particular order whatsoever, but these are the books that are going to go into the golden eggs. Then the first egg I've got here, Geekhood Close Encounters of the Girl Kind by Andy Robb. This is a book that I unwrapped, didn't get around to reading, so I thought, you know what, give it a second chance to see if it comes out the golden egg. If it does come out, then it's meant to be, and then it will get read. So the next book is Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. This is the sequel to Shadow and Bone, which I reread, I think it was this year actually, and I really enjoyed it like the second time around, and I gave it 5 out of 5 Kit Kats. So I'm looking forward to continue on with this, and that's the reason why I've also picked this as well. And I feel like this would be a really good book for me to read finally, and I've had it for such a long time, and it's about time that I continue and like finish series as well, so it's just like a perfect addition to one of the golden eggs, and hopefully it does come out. Another addition is going to be Awaken by Meg Haber. This is on the list of books that I have literally owned like the longest ever since my journey on BookTube. So this is the first that's in a series, and I really like the premise of this, plus it's Meg Haber as well. She's like one of my ultimate queens. And so this is about 17-year-old Pierce Oliveira, who knew that she had been accepting the love of John Hayden. She'd been forced to live forever in the one place that she's always dreaded the most, which is the underworld. Sacrifice seemed worth it though, because that means she could be with the boy that she loves, but her happiness and safety are threatened, all because the Furies have discovered that John has broken one of their strictest rules, which is where he revived a human soul. And if the balance between life and death isn't fixed, both the underworld and Pierce's home back on Earth will be wiped away. But there's only one way to restore order. Someone unfortunately has to die. So it just sounds really cool and interesting, and out of the books that I've just owned the longest, I think this would just, I don't know, I'm drawn towards this one, so like hopefully when I get around to this coming out, I'll give it a read. Also in a golden egg I have Zodiac by Romina Russell. This is the first book that's in the series. I've got the other books to it, but I really like the sound of this because it's like in a galaxy where your sun determines which planet you call home. Wrote is the young guardian of Cancer, and you must find a way to unite the divided houses of the Zodiac before an ancient evil destroys them all. And I just really like the sound of that, and plus the cover is absolutely gorgeous. But this is one of the books I'd like to read before the end of the year, so if this comes out, then that would be brilliant. Also in a golden egg we have The Broken Hearted by Amelia Cahaney. This is on my list of books on my first year of BookTube, and this book just sounds really interesting. And it says here, high in the tower above Bedlam City, prima ballerina Anthem Fleet has lived her whole life by her parents' strict rules, which is never leaving the sparkling, pristine north side until she meets Gavin, who's an artist from the dangerous south side of town, but he's like no one that anyone has ever met. She falls for him suddenly and completely, but his world is dangerous as it is intoxicating. Their romance then crashes down around the one terrible night when they are attacked on the south side, and Gavin is then kidnapped. So when she wakes in the dark, blood-soaked lab, Anthem has a jagged scar down her chest, and an experimental bionic heart is ticking inside of her. And they will soon realise that her mechanical heart didn't just save her life, it left her with a strange and terrifying new strength, which she's going to need if she has any chance of rescuing Gavin and mending the shattered pieces of her broken heart. So it sounds really cool. A girl who has a mechanical heart and like saving Gavin, and just like, oh yeah, like it just sounds really cool actually. So yes, if this comes out, like I just think it would be awesome. Plus it's a Half-a-Teen book, and I tend to love their books. Another choice going into an egg is Beautiful Disaster by Jamie Maguire, and this book is another book that's also on my first year of BookTube, and it's a book that I just started reading for like a chapter challenge, and I got really into it. So I think this would be really good. This is literally just like a good girl bar boy sort of romance, and yeah, I want to give it a read. So if this comes out, it would be brilliant, because I would just love to get back into this again. Another book that will be going into a golden egg will be All This Time by Rachel Lippincott. This is a book that I'm currently in the middle of reading. This would be good if it comes out, because I can just easily continue, because luckily I can remember what happened previously, and I'm currently on page 136, so I'm near the halfway mark of this one. In another golden egg, I've got Get a Life of Chloe Brown by Leigh Haber. This is a book that I'm currently in the middle of reading. I am on page 154, so I'm not too far from the halfway mark of this book. I put it down last month because I couldn't really get into it, and I think that's just because I was really lumbered with a big TBR, and also with the stress of everything that was going on. I wanted to read at my own pace and everything, so I put it down, and you know, it is a book that I was enjoying and I do want to get through it, so like that's why I'm putting into a golden egg. And also, I don't want to end the year with a lot of books I'm currently in the middle of reading. I want the pile to be really small, because I want to clear that list. So this is another reason why it's in a golden egg. So hopefully if it does come out, then I can get around to reading, completing and finishing it. Also in a golden egg is another currently middle reading. I have not read this since February, but yeah, I can still remember everything that goes on, so that just goes to show how much of a good book that this has stuck by with me. I was really enjoying it. I was reading it on holiday. That is If We're Not Married by 30 by Hannah Bell. Now the reason I wanted to read this is because I was turning 30 in February. But I turned 30, I didn't get around to reading it during my birthday week, but I was really enjoying it. So this is literally about Lydia, who isn't enjoying her life. She is 30 years old, she's newly single, she's got a job that isn't really going anywhere, her friends seem to be doing much better at life, and so she wins a free holiday and goes off to Spain. Another reason why I wanted to read this book as well. So out of the blue, she then bumps into a childhood friend who is called Danny Whitaker, who she had a crush on, and then they go into a holiday romance together. But it could be more than a fling, because years ago they did make a pact that if they were still single when they turned 30, they would get married. So she's wondering, like, is he, does he remember that pact, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's a chick lit, and it's a one of those rom-com sort of books, and yeah, I was really enjoying what I read of it so far. So I can still remember everything that goes on, and I'm literally on page 50. Yeah, page 50. I'm not far through it, but I was really enjoying it. So if this comes out, it'll be really good, because I love my giglets. And then I have My Type on Paper by Chloe Sager, another book that I was in the middle of reading. I can still remember everything that happened in this book. So I'm on page 76 of this book. So I'm like, I want to say a quarter way through of this book. I'm really enjoying it so far, because basically this is about this girl, and she is pied off by her boyfriend, and then her two best friends are then determined to have a summer of fun. So then Maya literally kind of like does this thing where she like writes on paper her list of like 3 sort of guys that she would really sort of like, and then one day she sort of like meets like 3 people who are exactly like the people that she wrote down. And so she's like, what is going on? There's like 3 types of people who are like fighting over her, and who she's just like, hang on a minute, I literally wrote down the exact characteristics of this person, and now they're existing. Like, it's really funny, and I was really enjoying it at the time. So if this comes out, I would really look forward to reading this. So those are the additions to the golden eggs, and if they do come out, then obviously that'd be good, because I've chosen these like on a personal level. I've been like, which of these books am I drawn towards, which of these books would I like to continue with, or like start fresh from, or read from, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it would be really good if any of these books come out. And like I said, the way that I'm doing this, like, it just makes them more easy to read, so that if they do come out, then I can go at my own pace to read them, and that would be like brilliant all the same. But I'm really liking like doing this sort of structure as well. So yes, that's it from this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know any comments down below, give me a thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video, and comment below letting me know if you have read any of these books that I've mentioned in today's golden egg pickings and additions. All of my social media links, as always, are linked down below in the description if you'd like to follow me elsewhere: Twitter, Goodreads, Instagram, and all of that. But that's it from me, guys. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I will see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye!